to take off Pogba. That's deep. You don't have a deep playing center mid. Donny van der Beek, not a direct replacement for Pogba. He's not a direct replacement for Matic. Like, he needs to have tactics that cover all his bases.
As you can see, us guys over here, man, we super fired up. Game is over. United dropped points. Could have been, we could have been driving to where are we playing? Are we home or away this weekend? Does anyone know?
Where I think.
We could have been driving to Leicester, in following each other in a whole line of Bentleys, painted in red. Now we're gonna fly economy class in the private, and we're gonna try and make it work. Gents, welcome back to Banterville. Shorter episode today, but we got quite a lot of things to talk about. Got an 18-year-old who's the man of the match, basically. Bottom right over there we've got Maeza. Bottom left we've got Keketso. Top left we've got the one and only Max from the six man views up there. Talk to us, guys. What happened?
I'm angry. I'm
I'm just
upset.
so disappointed.
Oh,
I'm just so, and it
Look.
just looks like we haven't recovered from since Southampton. Like, we haven't changed tactically. We haven't done it. It's just been, guys, let's just go back out there and try again. Let's just go back out there and try again.
I actually wonder what Ole says in the team talks. I wonder what he says to these guys, honestly. I mean, what does he say to them?
Yeah.
Because we know he doesn't trust the bench.
Mm.
He doesn't trust his bench. No matter how tired his players are, no matter how underperforming his starting 11 is, he's not going to change it.
Mm.
He's not going to change it. He made one change to the starting 11, right? By putting on that. Oh my God, that kid in the first half was absolutely trash.
No.
Yes, take it.
No.
He was trash.
No.
That's why they took him off the halftime. He was trash.
No, bro. No, I think they took him off because Ale needed more aggression. He had a yellow card already, so I think this is one game. Yeah, this is a game you can't afford to have red cards.
Did you see the yellow card? Did you see what he was doing?
Come on, bro. He took one for the team, bro. If it was anyone else, you might say something else. I took it for the team one time. Yeah, one time.
Mike, he wasn't trash. Williams was worse.
Yeah, Williams
he was not trash.
Williams has got one eye, and he played better than that kid.
now you recognize that Williams had one eye. Oh, now
that guy is absolutely. I don't even understand why Ole put him on, because but you know what? We have 5 subs, so of which Ole doesn't use anyway. So
look, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about the Fosumen to play or the withdrawal. The only thing I don't understand is the lack of Diot and Dalot rather.
he's injured.
I did think about that one,
but he's on the bench. That means he's trained. Ole would be considering throwing him on. Why not? I mean, at least you have a better attacking defensive. But what you call it, going forward, you would have had someone else trying to break down the flank.
Even if it was on the left-hand side.
Yeah, even if.
Because Williams was horrible.
It was bad.
Yeah, Williams was horrible.
I just, in that moment, I was missing Damian. I was like, God damn.
Guys, look,
wow.
Williams, I don't understand why they put Williams on the left hand side. This guy's right footed.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's very awkward to play left back as a right footed player. It's mad awkward.
No, but it's a confidence issue, I think, because remember he's played really well this season overall. There've been games he's been phenomenal. He's played really well. He scored a goal from fullback position. I don't even think Wan-Bissaka has, even though he's gotten more assists. But I'm just saying overall, in terms of if you have to look at his season, he played really well. That left back position, before the break, we were busy saying left back sorted. Now it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying we should buy a new left back.
But we've got too many fullbacks. It's not gonna work. I think it's not this season. I think it's not a priority for next season. Definitely not.
Yeah, well, another Shaw is starting to perform. I mean, that's the thing. And I think we missed Shaw today because he would have provided that width, that burst of pace, and that consistency. That's what should
We
be.
did, because even Rashford just looked worse. He looked like he was just slowing the game down. Rashford.
Yeah.
He
Just
had
look
no
like-
juice.
Yeah,
no
things
energy in
flowing. He gets the ball, he slows it down, he either passes it back, or it just didn't look and feel.
See, Rashford for me is not the guy that you want to start a play. He's the guy you want on a break when he's already moving.
Yeah, you make your
Well,
faith.
But you don't always
That
get that
guy's
though.
so
When with bottom half teams that are sitting back, you're not always going to get
Yeah.
that.
No, fair, but I'm just saying that you can see how good he is when he's actually moving. Like this guy can dribble, like he's very slick.
He's not a playmaker. That's what you're saying.
No, he's not.
I
He's not that-
disagree. Did you see the first pass he gave to Bruno? And he's also given
Yeah,
Martial a
when
few.
Bruno didn't.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying the guy can't make a few passes, but in 90 minutes he's gonna give you one or two of those.
Hey man,
I actually agree with what you're saying, Meza. He also doesn't sometimes seem like he can read the game well.
He doesn't have a football brain.
but
I
I
mean, I
think
didn't want to use those words.
I think out of all of our players, to be honest, I think out of all the players that we have, I think only maybe Bruno sometimes, Martial. I feel like they're the only guys who really, and I think Luke has it as well. They're the only guys who really have aggressiveness. You know, I see it often. You know, you have guys who switch on in a second. Every time Marshall got the ball, he was moving. Got it, poof, moved. There wasn't think he was trying to go forward. I think there was one or two times out the whole game. I saw Marshall, even though he could have made the easy pass back, he's like, fuck that, forward. You know, and you need more of that. Like even in the last, I think it was the last game when Rashford had a chance to go towards goal. He wanted to go look for the pass. I was like, dude, go for goal. Go get it. Why not, dog? Eat that shit up, man.
Like, this is also
Yeah.
like you know if, when Martial is one of your hardest working players on the pitch, that's when you know your team is not doing well. Because Martial is one of the laziest players that we have.
Aye,
But my
aye,
goodness,
Wow.
he was working.
aye.
Oh.
Here we
Yeah, that's the
go.
truth. Bro. He
No,
really is. Right?
I think
I don't know what Ole has said to this guy because in the last 2 or 3 games, he's been fire. He's just been on fire. Like he looks like he really wants it.
no, he gave him back his number 9, isn't? And he told him, if you want this shit, prove to me why you worth it.
Mm.
Whole season.
Someone
Whole
needs to
season.
ask
he's been
Ole,
at it.
needs to have that conversation with Ole and say, if you want this shit, you have to prove it.
So
Look,
I
I
don't.
think, guys,
Mhm.
put simply, today's game exposed how weak our bench is. Because
You use the bench.
exactly, that's his reason. Exactly, he
But-
doesn't believe in the players
Give him
on
a
the bench.
chance.
The sad thing is, like, who do you like? You guys were saying earlier, if you take out Bruno or Pogba, who do you put in? You can't put in
But-
Fred. You can't put in McTominay. That's almost what you call killing those players off from the game. We don't have any attacking midfielder that can make that swap for those two, and hence why he leaves them on. It's one thing
Max-
to yeah.
No, finish. Sorry.
It's one thing to say he's not using the bench, but I mean, what he has on the bench is not really suitable for what he's trying to achieve. And I think it comes now back to what you guys are saying about tactics. He needs to change formations. He needs to change who his target man is and stuff like that. But I think, like we're also discussing now, our team lacks football IQ to make such a smooth transition. It's easy for Oli just to be like, okay, we're playing this formation now. But the guys we currently have on the pitch, they're not the type of guys who are going to execute according to the
I mean, they
manager's
struggled
vision.
to do a 3-5-2. One game switch to a 3-5-2, and they couldn't do it.
Wow, wait, come on. I think two things, and
No,
one thing,
I'm joking. I'm joking, Max. I'm joking.
But you know, but about that formation, two things. I saw an analysis, but before I get into the analysis, I honestly think, you know, had Baye not gotten injured, might have been a different result. I truly believe it. I truly do. However, I read, sorry, an analysis saying that why we really missed Luke Shaw in that game, especially with the three at the back, was when we played three at the back in the beginning of the season. Luke Shaw was on the left, and he provided a different type of outlook in that formation. It really helped. Then you had Brandon Williams also there backing. So I think playing Lindelof there didn't work. I mean, you could even see with the first goal. Was it Lindelof? It was
It was Maguire.
not as Maguire. I mean, you even saw like there was no faith in defense because for that first goal, Maguire switched off. He said, "Man, Lindelof can easily handle Giroud." He goes to the wing to go help out where there was no help required. They were not outmanned there, but now there was just that lack of confidence. Hey, let me go help defend. But he had that the whole game. I mean, he went to go fight with Bailly for a header. Bailly had it under control. I mean, Giroud's not that quick. He's not gonna cross the ball.
It
Yeah.
comes back to what
Look-
we're saying, football IQ. We don't have people that understand the game. Like a spectator can understand it while they're watching. I mean, old squads, old United squads, you had the Fletchers, the Roy Keanes, the Rooneys, who actually could play chess in their mind with what was going on the pitch. Now, the only player I can really or two players I can say confidently that have that football IQ is Bruno and Pogba. They can see the game from that bird's eye view. Everyone else, they're playing checkers. All the rest is playing chess.
No, guys, yeah. But on the tactics thing, I'm just thinking now with Liverpool. You see the Liverpool midfield. It seems so basic. There's no star player like a Bruno Fernandes or whatever. And they put in, take out Fabinho. They interchange Henderson sometimes. Genie Wijnaldum, Keita, and Chamberlain, and they're different players, but they able to still switch them around. They're not like for like, but they're still able to use all of them. And for us, it's like, no, we've envisioned Pogba in this role, and whoever replaces Pogba must play something like that. It's not like we're like, okay, maybe if then we put in Scott here, then this is actually how we need to play. This is how, like, it's not, I don't think Oli has thought that far yet. It's like, this is it. It's Matic deepest, then Pogba next, and then Bruno. And that is the formation. I'm not going to think further than that.
Yeah, but just in terms of the difference, the comparison you're making, the difference between Liverpool and a lot of other teams, and I said this to Liverpool. I was talking to a Liverpool fan about this. Is that it's a workhorse mentality. First and foremost, as much as we hate to say it, Henderson and Fabinho as the Matic, those guys can distribute a ball from far. So you get good passes from the back quite often, and they work. That the three midfielders work. Our guys, like you see Bruno going around looking for something, Pogba somewhere, Matic is there to clean. There's no work rate. Because it is a basic, if you look at the names, it's basic, but the guys put in the shift. And then the fullbacks are out there doing the damn work. So you're getting 3/4 of the team putting a hell's horse worth of work rate. And that actually overwhelms guys. And that's why the press also works. Because even when they lose the ball, one guy's going at that guy, get the ball, counter, boom. And we need that. We don't have tacklers. I think Fred is the closest thing we have to a workhorse in the midfield. Other than that, the rest are all whatever.
But exactly like you're saying is that if you only have one workhorse, it still looks wrong. It still looks like it's just this one person doing this. It's a system thing.
What you're saying is so true, because even when you look at how Ferguson sets up his teams, you had seven workhorses, about maybe 2 superstars. You look at our team now.
Superstars.
Not even superstars. These guys aren't superstars.
No, but mentality-wise, they think they're superstars.
They think that they're back.
Whether we're tired, we're not coming off either way.
They haven't won anything. So you haven't won the league, but yet you want to act like you have. Only one player in our entire squad has won the Premier League.
You know, that's very true, Maeza, what you're saying about workhorses. It's just the philosophy of our team that's gone down the drain. And I think early on in the season, we actually started realizing the United players are the ones with the substantial part of the problem at the team. Because with Mourinho, we thought it was Mourinho that was an issue. Oli came and all of a sudden we were like, shit, these players are a problem. And I think this season in particular has been a building season for our squad to get back to the philosophy of old. Because 3-4 months ago, we wouldn't be having this debates about our team not being good enough, blah, blah, blah. We'd be celebrating a draw with West Ham. celebrating the thought of going to Champions League. It's true. There was a long time we were well out of contention. We thought Oli was going to get the sack immediately. We were hoping we'd make top 7
by Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Right about
There's a lot of problems at our team, a lot. And it
Mm.
started with the Moyes replacement, and now we need to work with the coaching staff. We need to fill up the player roles. We need to get rid of dead weight. It's not going to be a fly-by-night sort of change.
I mean, look, right. One of the things we need to do is we need to buy more hardworking players.
Because the thing is, as Maeza, what you're saying is right. Because there's only so much that a coach can really do. If a guy in his mind mentally is like, fuck, tired, then it's even if the guy works hard, because maybe he worked hard for the first half, second half is like, ish, nah, damn. Now, what can you really do? From far, you need somebody who can switch, self-motivate, self-start. Like I liked what Matic was doing towards when he's busy shouting at guys, oh, hey. But I mean, like, who was listening? There was like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, so you need more players who can just switch on, be like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pass the ball, pass me. You're not seeing that enough.
You see, even these like Declan Rices, I actually wouldn't even mind having players like that in the squad. People who can just come in and push. People who just understand how it is wearing that shirt. Proving that they deserve to wear the shirt. That's what I need. That's what I want to see. I'd rather lose watching people dying on the pitch than just lose watching people strolling around, picking their hands up in the freaking box. Come on.
True, and Declan Rice for me is a good buy because you get a specialized CDM, and the man he's got energy, he's got fire in his belly. I'm not saying he would start necessarily, but I think definitely he would have been someone I would have liked on the squad today, rather.
I think the moment we started giving people like Rashford 200 a week, that's when we lost it.
Totally agree.
Yeah, we have. It just looks like we're relying on players' individual brilliance. I mean, I remember hearing this and I didn't want to believe it, but it does look like we're actually relying a lot on players' individual brilliance. And if players are off, and it just so happened 2 weeks ago, all of them were on, and now it just looks like all of them are off, and we just don't have anything else. We don't have anything else.
This is the thing that's the issue that I have with this guy Ole. When we're on, even right, instead of conserving the energy, we killed off the game. Take these niggas off. You want to play Bruno the whole match? Why? Why?
It's hard to say that now that the games are done and we won them. I mean, back then you're just like, no, let's secure.
But you saw in the group, I was always saying this guy must take Bruno off. How is this guy still 90 minutes? We went overtime.
Back to back.
Bruno played the whole game.
Play Mata. I mean, Angel Gomez would have been good. Maya's gone.
Especially if you've killed off the game. Why are you still playing him?
Maybe try a 4-4-2. Fuck it. Something.
Yeah, throw in your Gallo, bro. Let the kids have a little bit of a run. Put on Dan James. That's how you conserve the energy. You don't let these guys burn out the whole time.
Yeah. I don't know why we don't do 4-4-2, eh? They should do that. They should do a 4-4-2 where it's kind of like, not from the start. We'll see flames. Maybe later in the game where you have like James on the right for the energy, got Rashford on the left, Martial, Igalo, maybe the two Matic, Fred, Matic, Bruno, Fred. Like, hey, you get some dynamic play because that formation you need to work, eh? You need to work.
Can you guys forget?
Guys, I have something I want to discuss with you. So now we're talking about Rashford, Martial, and co. The exorbitant salaries they get. I just did some quick research into the Premier League top goal scorers, top assist makers, and right now, Rashford is sitting on 17 goals, 17 assists. No, 17 goals, 7 assists, 151 minutes per goal. Martial is on 17 goals, 6 assists, 150 minutes per goal. And then for benchmarking purposes, Sadio Mane, who's in between them in the standings, is 155 minutes per goal, 17 goals and 7 assists. Technically, Rashford has performed better on the attacking front in terms of goals and assists than Sadio Mane. So do we maintain our attitude that Rashford isn't worth his £200,000 weekly wage or what? Because Sadio Mane he didn't come third in the Ballon d'Or standings last year or something like
I
that.
want to respond to what you're saying, Max, when you're done.
No, I'm done. I'm asked my question.
Sadio Mane is lifting up the league today. He scores important goals, and when his team is under situations like today, he performs. Switches on, he's always on. Sadio Mane. That's what you get for Mane. I would swap Mane for Rashford any day.
No, 100%. I agree. Anyone would.
And I
make
think
that
Rashford
swap,
gets
but
paid more than Mane even.
but
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say, what I'm getting at really is that we were highly critical of the Rashfords and the Martials, but the men are performing top 5 in the league in terms of goals and assists.
Yeah,
So,
but look at your team.
Pardon?
What about your team?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go to the team. What about the team? But then the question is, are other people performing? Are the defenders performing? Clearly today, if Pogba had an handball, the ball would be what you call would have won the game. It would be a totally different conversation right now.
I think
But also-
Max. Yeah.
But also, you also have to look at it this way, right? I mean, Rashi and Tony, they're having a fantastic season, individual season, right? You're looking at Sadio Mane, a guy who's been performing now for the last 2 or 3 seasons. He's been consistent in that, getting paid less than these Jimbos, winning leagues. He's won the Champions League. He won the league. He's winning the league. He's lifted the league title today. Right? How many important goals has Rashford scored? How many of these
Champions
goals?
League, Champions League, PSG, Baba.
The penalty.
Yeah.
Look, Mike, I hear what you're saying, but I have to disagree because I would say every single goal Rashford scored is important because who else is scoring other than Martial? Number one. Number two, Max has a good point. I think you could even say that their goals are probably worth more than Liverpool's because right now the team hasn't played well. The rest of the team hasn't really been good. Before Rashford got injured, he was actually phenomenal maybe, but really great. Let me say he was really great, and the guy was killing it. Um, I'm not too mad about Rash's salary or Martial's salary. I'm more mad about Pogba, De Gea. De Gea earns the most, I think, well, except for Alexis. These are for me. Those are the salaries you look at and you just go, "Ugh," but versus your contribution, what? And Phil Jones. I mean, the man's making what 150 or something. I don't know what it is, something like that. So ridiculous.
Even 50 would be too much for Phil Jones.
That's too much. They're doubling Mason. They want to double Mason's salary to get him on 50K a week. And you want to give Phil Jones over 100.
But I would keep Mason on a low number for as long as possible. Keep the kids hungry.
You have to
Yeah.
keep these guys. Don't give these guys too much money when they're young.
Mhm.
The pressure, you start believing the hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they become like.
We learned the hard way with Januzaj. Januzaj showed us.
Yeah. But Max, just to close off on your thing, I think it's a little bit incorrect to look at Mane and Rashford because for Rashford, you'd have to minus at least 6 goals for all the pens. Mane doesn't take any penalties.
But you can't do that. If you do that, you must apply the same to Ronaldo.
I'm just saying for this comparison's sake, it's to say 17 assists.
Look, at the end of the day,
6 goals. I mean, that takes him down to 11, and then he's not in the same conversation at all.
Look, Kike, you make a very fair point, but in the same token, let's not forget it's easy to miss a penalty. We've had conversations in our group where we discuss how painful those penalties that were missed earlier on in the season
have cost us. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm saying when people look back at the history books and they see Rashford
No one's gonna
17 goals,
say what it was.
The man is doing his job. Ultimately, he's doing his job. He's a top 10 goal scorer in the Premier League. Same with Martial. So ultimately, why I brought in the stats, I want to highlight that we say this about Rashford, we say this about Martial, but they do their jobs. The real issue is everything else going on behind them. And it's particularly in the defense and also in the midfield. There's a link that's missing somewhere around there.
But do you know what the thing with the midfield is for me? I don't think midfield is as free flowing as strikers. I think to play in the midfield, you need a lot of guidance from your coach to tell you what type of play, how to actually play. And I'm not sure they're getting those directions.
Maybe.
It's not free flowing, boys. You know, when you get the ball, let's just go push it up quickly. It's a little bit more stringent than that.
I think I would want to say I think they are getting the guidance, particularly in Fred's case when there was the admission. His performance improved a lot because of the work he was doing with Carrick and Co. I think the real issue that we have with our team is squad depth at the moment and exhaustion. Because before the Chelsea game, I was saying we need to lose that game. Throw in the second team for that game because we just don't have the legs. These guys are playing every 3 days, 90 minutes every 3 days. It's unattainable, unassailable. You can't keep maintain that for 3-4 weeks on it.
They should have had a 11-man sweep, just 11 men.
Yeah, fair.
Different.
And played Romero.
But I mean, it's easy to
Gosh,
it's easy to say these things now that the game is done and we've actually lost. Had they won the game, we wouldn't be saying this. So, actually, I don't know. But in hindsight, is great.
No, me personally, I felt before the Chelsea game, we just needed to play second team for Chelsea game because
it's more games than normal. It's almost 2 games a week. It was 2 games a week.
Something like 2.5, something like that.
And that's a lot.
When you blame this on fatigue, because it's not, the thing is, dog, we have a coach right now that doesn't trust his players.
Rightly so, I think. You got Lingard and Co on bench. How are you going to trust Lingard?
Listen, remember Pogba, before Pogba came back, you must remember that Maxwell was one of our best performing players.
Guys, Maxwell's played well for 2 months. I do not understand where this thing comes from.
Hey, man, without those 2 months, where would you be?
Maxwell's held us down for 2 months. And now Pogba comes back, and then you're going to tell
all of a sudden, I
don't trust you. After he was busting his ass for 2 months. Come on, dude.
And he came back with us with a firm 6-pack. Cause like, nah, son, sit down.
and actually, we actually don't even need to take it that far. Even when Bruno was back, I mean, when we got Bruno, so in February, a bit of March, late January, when Bruno was playing, and it was Fred and Scott, we were still playing decently.
Yeah, we were.
They're doing the business.
Yeah, we were still playing decently.
I actually challenge Ole. I know you're gonna tune in later on after you just given the team talk. I challenge you to actually, for this weekend's game, start Fred and Scott, Bruno. Then bring Pogba and Matis to calm the thing. Because you know what I think would be interesting to see is that we see Pogba with a bit of energy second half come in and do the things. Instead of having him start, maybe messed up defensively, now we're unsettled. Let him come in a bit later. You know, bring in because they're going to be high energy midfield battles. Bring in Fred, bring in Scotty. Let's go for the tackles. Tell Scotty, yo, bro, by halftime I want a yellow card, otherwise you out.
But this. Sorry, Miles?
That would have been perfect for today's game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it makes me question his man management that we keep on going about. In that the bench, even when they do come on, they're so off. It's like I don't know. You know when you're playing with nerves, you know, you're like, yo, this is my only 20 minutes. Like, let me do my bare minimum. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to mess up. Let me just
keep the ball.
I think Mayeza was right to criticize Oli about bringing Igalo on in the 84th minute.
Yeah,
why are you wasting our time? Give the guy at least 15 minutes to get in the game.
Come on, dude. 15 minutes. I mean, Ole, as an experienced super sub, he should understand that you need a little bit of time.
You know,
it's still cold. You haven't played in 2 weeks.
Even Oli was looking like you're a White Walker on the sideline.
Yeah, he didn't even celebrate the first goal.
He's also suffering from exhaustion.
Yeah.
I think also our team's mentality is a bit weak because for United in per se, every game we've played since we came back has been like a cup final to make Champions League. It's very draining on the soul, thinking this is the game we need to win. Or this
We
game
can't
we can't
lose.
afford. Yeah.
And maybe
Pressure.
and maybe
And that's
before. Yeah, sorry, Mike.
The mentality of, you see, that's why I enjoy the mentality of people like Maguire. Maguire's been a soldier. This guy's been playing every game. Soldier.
Except for when he injured my boy.
Chelsea. He made a few mistakes against the Chelsea game, that was one game. One bad game. This guy's been playing every single game, rock solid.
Guys,
The other
Liverpool 3-0. It's not even half time.
Yeah, I saw.
Yes. Come on. It's going
the
down.
other issue with how Oli has done things now. I mean, look, it's great. It's so easy to criticize Oli now, after so many games. But it literally does look like there is a squad divide. Those that play and those that don't play. It doesn't look like, we all play. It's all of us. It doesn't look like there's that. It's all of us. It's we play, whether me as Pogba, whether I mess up or not. I know I'm starting next game as well, so don't worry about it, Bruno. I know I'm starting. It just seems like those that play, those that don't play. Like you come on the bench, so don't.
I like
It's
what
not,
you
it's
said.
not gelling.
And it's like what we said about Shaw. Remember when Shaw was when he was injured and he was limping, or he was moving, or when he was limping off the pitch, he had that look of devastation. Like
He didn't want to go off.
Place, Pogba doesn't have that shit, dog. Guy in the box does this. Who does this in the box? Come on, World Cup winner, 250,000.
I think. Let's say Madrid comes with an offer 100 million for Pogba. Do we let him go?
Hell yeah.
Take it immediately. Don't
In
even
this
think
market, 100 million. Yeah, so still let him go, bro. In this market. You see that they're trying to get Chelsea are trying to get Kai Havertz for 76. Fuck, let Pogba go.
Let's get Havertz as well. No, then Chelsea, my boy, it's gonna be dangerous in the next 2 or 3 years. No.
Yeah, but you know what? To be honest, I think they're gonna struggle because they're obviously prioritizing offense, which is great, but their everlasting problem still remains. Their midfield isn't the strongest. Their defense is whack. Their forward line is good, but like it's not helping. I mean, look at what's happening now. Now you're seeing the difference between first and third. Well, previously third. 3-0 half time. Chief.
But I don't think their mid is that bad. I think Kante has had a lot of injuries this year. I think they might get rid of Jorginho, but having that Kante Jorginho, you tell them, look, that CDM is yours. And then you have Kovacic, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, the rest of them playing there. And they're all like hard workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But look what happened against West Ham. Look at Sheffield United. Like, so
I think they'll get us a centre back though. They need a centre back.
I don't think so. If they're gonna buy Kai Havertz, is it 4?
3.
Oh, they scored.
Oh, they scored. Wow, that's a shock.
I wasn't expecting that.
Or Olivier Giroud, probably like a cross. Bam. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Giroud, I got respect for him now. That model child us.
No, I blame Maguire.
Are we still? I mean, if we get to next year, I mean, Ollie's not going to get fired next season, whether we get top 4 or not. If we are still having these tactical question marks over Ollie, I mean, how long is it? How long can we stand that for?
Ollie is an enigma, I think, because look, at this moment in time, if he makes Champions League and wins Europa, all of us in this group will be like, it's been a lit season. Well done, Ollie. Yay, clap your hands. Even though we're having these moments of doubt and insecurity now. So I think the factor that determines whether Ollie gets fired is how good or bad the results are in terms of us winning silverware.
He's not going anywhere, even if we get nothing.
Oh, dude, that guy's got time.
He's gonna be here for another 2 years minimum. I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Next
so.
year we'll decide. This year is getting a pass because we can see the improvement in the team. No one can say that United hasn't gone forward under Ollie. No one.
Look, they
It's
have
impossible.
much better. But the thing is, right? I want to see what's going to happen, and I want to see what Ole's going to do in the transfer window. I want to see if he's going to try keep Pogba, because I don't know why. Because Ole just loves Pogba.
Pogba's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
Not
Pogba's
can
not going
afford
anywhere.
him.
Madrid, you know why I would like for Pogba to go to Madrid? Because I feel like that's exactly what Pogba needs. I think Pogba needs to be humbled.
I think a few of those players needs to be on, but I think he needs to take some of them off and just be
See,
like
Ramos.
you're eating bench.
He needs a Ramos who's going to put him in his place. That's what he needs. We
But-
don't have a guy like that.
But Pogba's gonna thrive under that though.
That's what he needs.
Pogba not being the star, he doesn't mind that.
Pogba's not. He doesn't have that thing of being the guy who leads everyone. He needs to be led, and that's what I'm saying. Someone like Ramos, will be very good for Pogba. Even Zizou. I mean, if you were coached by Zizou, a guy that great, I think you'd also have a lot of respect for someone like that. Bro.
By the way,
Zidane.
what you call it? I've got to say, I was gonna take opportunity to say it later, but I gotta say, I need to give a hands up to David De Gea today, because I thought this was a really strong game. And a lot of the times we miss goalkeepers' performance because they don't do saves, but he came out a bit more to get in the air to collect balls.
I saw.
Yes, it was a good response for me. He did well. The penalty, I thought it was a little bit flimsy, but it doesn't look like he was really concentrating. But other than that, I think he was stellar today. Solid response.
Dave's got very strong mentality, I tell you. That man has been through the ringer.
That game all the time. I don't understand why that happens. This guy is always consistent. He has one or two off games, and it's like it's there.
But I mean, that's the curse of being a goalkeeper. And to be honest, it's nothing more than that. It's just that as a goalkeeper, your mistakes are goals.
Yeah, true.
That's all it is. It's nothing more than that.
But
and earlier on we spoke about Dave's money, him being I'd say the best player at United. I mean, for the work he has done at United, I really don't mind that he's earning what he's earning. The man held us down for seasons. He's earned
for
his
no good
reason. He might be having a bad season now, but I really don't care. You can't discount what he's done for United.
Well, guys, actually, looking at stats, he's actually not that far off even.
No, he's not. Remember, he was our best player for 2 years straight, goalkeeper. He deserves it.
Maybe even 3 years.
He should have left, actually. Like, you remember the guy was he had an
fax machine.
We could have won Champions League if Ed could use a fax machine. We could have won Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
Nah, they did that on purpose, though. It's all part of the game.
But for everyone, I do feel like everyone needs to know that, look, if you're off, you can like what he did with Wan-Bissaka today. Everyone needs to feel like, if I don't perform for a couple of games, I could come off. Matic needs to know that Pogba, I mean, not to the extent where Jose would just bench you for games on end, not to that extent, but just to know that, look, man, we're a squad here. We've got squad. We can rotate you. We'll change the whole formation. We'll change tactics to play without you, but
Pogba.
We're not gonna beg you.
See, Pogba. And that's what I like. That's what I appreciated about Ferguson, is that it didn't matter who you are. He was not afraid to bench your ass. Everyone knew that. Ronaldo,
and you need that.
All of them knew.
But also the problem is that Ole is not a god per se. Like Pogba is a god. Ferguson was the god. He was a superstar in the football community. Who were you to tell Sir Alex Ferguson to do something?
But that's because
it's not working.
Yeah, that's because Alex Ferguson imposed that type of energy on everyone. Like, he would tell everyone that he would tell superstars that no one is bigger than me in this club. He would tell them that shit.
And then Jose Mourinho's tried it. He got the sack, so.
Mourinho has the wrong attitude. That's the thing. Like, Mourinho's like a Kanye West, bro. He just...
What's that?
Dave has... Dean Henderson has one more clean sheet than Dave. Okay, you can't see properly. But Dean Henderson has one more clean sheet than Dave. Like, it's the way we're going on about Dave. Yes, he's made mistakes.
Where is Dean Henderson?
Sheffield.
Oh, he's playing in Sheffield.
Yeah.
They're getting relegated, right?
No,
No,
what?
no. They were
What?
nearly in
Top
Champions
off.
League, Baba.
Top off.
Is Henderson coming back next season?
I doubt it.
Nah, he needs to be on loan. Another thing, people often forget playing for Manchester United is also a mental battle.
Mm.
You
I-
can go play at Sheffield, get clean sheets, life is hunky dory.
It's
You
not the
come where you,
same. Mm.
the pressure that's on your shoulders every game.
We have a stronger goal difference in Chelsea.
Yes, significantly.
But
staying third.
I personally think next
Yes.
season Romero should be told
To leave.
if Dave messes up. No.
No
If
ways.
If Dave messes up, you're in. Like to
Yeah.
have it to that level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was so poor, man. I know, like, no, that was Romero's game, bro. I mean, we can't say for sure, but I just feel like I've never seen Romero make that type of mistake. You know, we don't see it off the bench,
I
not
thought
having played
Romero
many
was
games.
the cup
Look,
keeper.
Romero plays against weaker teams and whatever, so it's very hard to judge. But I do think next season you tell them, boys, it's 50-50 here. Dave, first shot.
You can't do that to Dave. You can't do that to the only player in the squad that's
Nah, you have to press him. You have to press him.
who's been saving us.
Otherwise, Oaks get complacent.
No,
Yes.
I agree with Keke.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're alpha, you're alpha, bro. It
Mm.
doesn't matter who you come up against. Look at Ronaldo setting the Serie A on fire and just setting European records once
Where
again.
he doesn't even need to, but he's still doing it.
Because he's self-motivated. That's a different beast.
But that's what you need to get Dave back to.
No, but Dave he's doing fine, KK. He made one or two mistakes. He's doing
No,
fine.
look, Myers, he has made he has made a few mistakes. He has. We've spoken about him this season too many times than you would want to speak about a goalkeeper. That's essentially the
Especially
conversation.
one of De Gea's.
Look who's playing in front of him,
Thatcher.
dude. People like Lindelof that just also are making errors.
Yeah, but then I remember listening and they were saying, yeah, but the reason why Maguire is playing so bad, look who he's playing next to, look who he's playing in front of. It just seems like the buck keeps on getting moved to, like you saying now, okay, but look who's playing in front of Dave. And then when people talk about Maguire, they say, yeah, but look, Maguire is playing behind Matic and in front of Dave. I mean, what is he supposed to do? It's just keep on moving the buck.
I'm being extremely fair right now, right? All I'm saying is Dave has had a few bad games this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has, Roy Keane was telling this guy to walk home. I've heard all the
Roy Keane is an idiot.
Yeah, don't.
That guy is just nuts. He's not all right in the head.
about Rashford. So Dave, he's had a few bad games, yes. But at the same time, dude, like when you need him, he's there. That guy makes impossible saves all the time. Week in and week out, he's busting his ass for you, bro.
Yeah,
And
but
I-
also
Tell him
people are
pretty much
very used to Dave. But this is the thing about a goalkeeper, Mike.
goals with Sergio Romero.
But what I'm saying, this is the thing about a goalkeeper, Mike. You could make 5 saves in a game, and you make a silly mistake. People will only remember the silly mistake in the game.
Because it needs to go, yeah.
It's just tough.
How many games? Okay, like let's actually count how many games that Davis cost us this season. And let's
I won't remember them all, but there've been a few.
let's also look at what was happening in those games. Like for example, there's the one goal that he let slip that went under his arm. Right? That's a Dave mistake because he's done that twice. I've seen that happen twice with Ronaldo in the World Cup as well. I saw that happen also.
The Tottenham one, I'm still not 100% convinced that you could be like, yes, that was all Dave. I'm still not convinced.
The arm one.
I don't see.
That rocket that went straight at him and he couldn't block.
I don't see Allison making that mistake.
Henderson.
Allison.
I don't see Allison making. I mean, we have to compare. If we're saying he's one of the best in the world, we must compare him with some of the best. I just don't see some of the top keepers in the world making that mistake. That like those specific small mistakes. I'm not saying they can't make small mistakes, but like that, right towards you. I can see maybe like being off your line, and like maybe hitting it towards the defender. But like when there's nothing there, it's just you and the ball. One on uno, mano on mano. Dog. Because it was his hands were wrong. Fundamental goalkeeping. Like,
But you know what? I hear you.
I understand as well that why I don't fully blame him. What I say is, for me, it was Maguire, Shaw, Rashford were at blame. Were the ones to blame at first. But then I say that the last person in defense should have saved it. But I blame Maguire, Shaw, and Rashford more than I do Dave for that goal.
Now, look, you're talking about Alisson Becker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Alisson is playing in the best defensive system in the league, which means that this guy doesn't see as many shots as Dave week in and week out.
But how does he get to world-class goalkeeper status then?
Distribution.
If you put Dave behind Virgil and that defensive system, I'm pretty sure he also would probably have more clean sheets as well.
So I struggle with that thinking, especially because of what led to Dave being called world class. Dave was called world class when the defense he was playing in was not great. When it was worse than what it is right now. So I struggle a lot when people try to use that reasoning for Dave's downfall now.
What reasoning?
No, but look at the defense that he's playing behind. He was playing behind Phil Jones and Smalling, and he was still top tier.
Yeah, true.
He was seeing more shots than most keepers, you know. And look,
so what now? We don't get to see the top tier Dave. I don't know.
Okay, you're right. The logic you what we try to do is be biased according to the logic you're proposing. When it suits us, we want to use X, but we don't universally use it as a benchmark.
Yeah, I struggle. I'm just
look. I think Dave is not. I think there's two levels. There's elite and world class. Once upon a time, Dave was elite. When I talk about elite, we're talking about the Neuers and Buffon at his best. Now, he's still a world-class goalkeeper, but he's not elite.
I mean, you can count probably 3 or 4 keepers before Dave now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because for me, I mean, guys, was it Ellison or Edison who got an assist against us? I mean, God. I mean...
Was it against us?
It was against us. I remember. I think it was against Man City. I was like, fuck this shit, man. I was just like, you see now.
I think it was Ellison, dude.
I think it was Ellison actually, because my thing is my problem.
I think it was what's his name? That guy on the right, Salah. I think it was Salah. I think he assisted Salah or something crazy.
Yeah. My thing is right because you see it with Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer dipped for a long time. Now you can say he's back in. Like my issue with Dave a lot of the times is that he's got the characteristics to still be elite, but he only sticks to his line. We're not pushing enough. He doesn't really come out the box that much. Even when we're pushing a little bit, he's still there. Like, he's not making himself big in front of defenders. He's always trying to use his feet only instead of mixing it up. That kind of IQ. But then again, we can also look at the coaching staff to be like, what's the coaching staff doing? Are they not trying different techniques to help him say, use your feet, make yourself big, try this. We can talk about those things too, because we always talk about players, but we never really talk about the support or the coaching stuff that these players get. Did you see that article? I don't know if I sent it in the group about the ex goalkeeper coach who left.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah. You see, he said he left because of David.
Oh, you mean not?
It was Emilio, I think. Emilio something. He's like, I left Man U because, I just felt betrayed by Dave. He's not the same guy anymore. I must look for it. It's somewhere here. And I read that thing. I said, man, maybe Dave has changed, man. His girlfriend was telling him to move to Madrid. Now he thinks he's top shit because he got a top contract. Maybe there's just a mental switch that's come up. Now he's like, I've got an 18 million guy in front of me. Let me switch off. It should be okay. Nah, nigga. You should be on at all times. We rely on the goalkeepers as a start of attack.
And that's my thing is, after so many years, Dave's game has remained the same. Like, how has no one told him, Dave, maybe let's, maybe fine. Maybe you're not as good with playing with your feet when we're playing out from the back. I mean, now he tries it. But how about a little bit more rush goalkeeper? Because you already know the whole season, you've known Maguire, Lindelof are not quick. How about you get off your line a little bit more? Like, I think if I saw Dave doing a little bit more of those things, I wouldn't be as pissed off because you could see that, okay, but now he's making mistakes from fundamental stuff that Dave was good at. It's not like he's trying new things and then failing. It's the fundamental things that made him famous.
100%. So I was wanting to read you guys something here. I'm laughing at Evra. Evra says, there have been harsh words about Pogba, but I've not seen any about Rashford. He had a very poor game today.
Is this on Twitter?
Sky Sports.
No, say it like it is. Say it like it is.
Yeah, Rash did have a poor game, man. I remember in the 80-something minute, and he got a long ball, and his first touch was atrocious.
You even
It was weak. I was like, yay. The man is tired. He needs to go to Mallorca on holiday or something now.
He was playing a weak fullback, and he didn't even try to dribble or take him out. It was only one time he did it. Like, young kid, you're not going to take advantage.
He was getting the ball too.
But it's so sad because they're not even going to get that much of a break.
Yeah.
Shame, man. But it's COVID, and they're getting paid a lot of money, so the must
My concern is this Europa League. When is the Europa League games?
August.
All in August.
So wait, when is the transfer window opening? I don't understand how this
July 31st.
Next week.
Oh shit! But then will they be able to register those players for this season, or is it for next season?
No, remember when you get into the group stage, you have to register your final season. Your final players. After the January transfer window, you can register your players for the rest of the tournament. So whoever you bought can't come in.
Oh really? So which means that the new guys will realistically be playing in the new
season.
Yeah. Well, there won't be a preseason, so I don't know what they're gonna do now. Well, maybe there will be, but I don't know what they're gonna do about it.
Man,
Can't go to Beijing now. To get
So after we win Europa, Rashford and them get 2 weeks off or something,
and then back at it.
Are they? They must just go sit in the sun and have a good time.
Surely you can't do much. Wait, is it back to it? As in, there's no preseason, there's nothing.
No, I think there must be a preseason. No, nothing.
I think there's a 6-week break for the guys who aren't playing Champions League and Europa, and then everyone else gets like 2 or 3 weeks break after they're done.
They must earn their money, boy. Earn your money.
So that means Liverpool is going to chill for 6 weeks while we play.
Yep.
No, Liverpool's... Are they out of Champions League? Did they get kicked out?
Yeah, dog.
Okay.
Essentially, what it means is that Liverpool's in the best position to win the league again.
Saturday, 12 September.
That's when it starts.
But didn't we say they're also getting winter break next year? 2 weeks or something?
Yeah.
Over Christmas.
Isn't it in January?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think it is in January. I think it is.
It'll still be winter for me, yeah, so...
Damn.
So good.
12th of September.
Yeah, that is a 2-week break only.
That's tough. You know what?
I mean, I think that's also going to be tough on us, to be honest. I mean, I'm used to weekly football now.
Yeah.
And all doesn't use his bench, so which means that he's gonna insist that these chaps carry on playing.
No, he can't.
Just let the guys rest and then play who he has, and just focus on those guys for at least a month. While Rashford are sleeping there baking in the sun. So when they come back, they'll be fresh players.
I can say. Yeah, go ahead, Neil.
No, I was just gonna say I wouldn't be mad if we if we didn't win Europa. To be honest, if we qualify for Champions League, I wouldn't be too mad.
Yeah, if we qualify for Champions.
But I mean, we can't get knocked out to LASK.
No,
that would be ridiculous. So at the end of the day, We're going to go play 2 games, go to the next round. We have to win it at this point. We're in the semis. We're there already. We might as well win the goddamn thing.
Yeah. So we're playing LASK on the 8th. So we'll have some time off because it's this weekend. So minimum 8 days. So week or whatever. LASK. Then quarterfinals are on.
It's like a 16-day thing.
Oh no, sorry. LSAK is on the 5th. Sorry.
Second leg, right?
Second leg. So definitely no first team players should play that. And we 5 goals
They
up.
must play nobody. Juan
Nobody
Mata,
Lingard should be the captain.
Chong,
And
James, Igalo, fucking Bai, because they don't like to play him, Romero,
like
Dalot.
literally everyone.
That's
Everyone.
the game where you get people fit. Like for Sumensa and them, they need games like that.
Play them there.
Oh.
And then quarterfinals are on the 10th and 11th. And then semifinals on the 16th. Oof, it's back to 5 every 5 days. And then finals on the 21st. Oof.
Guys, it's going to be so lit in August because we also have Champions League happening.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the amount of football we can watch?
If we go all the way to the finals of the Europa, that's a lot of football.
That's a lot of football. Every 5 days.
We'll literally be watching soccer every day, man. It's so exciting.
I'm very happy about that.
All I know is before this whole thing happens, I want to see Sancho on the jet coming for a medical.
So apparently on the 10th, we should know by the 10th.
Yeah, if we qualify, we're buying him. I think he's coming.
Yeah. So Sunday should be clear, and then by the 10th of August, we should have an idea of whether Sancho's coming or not.
He must just come home.
I think this transfer season will make Ollie's future. What he does now, these next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, will determine a lot for our team and for him. He needs to get rid of a lot of junk, and he needs to bring in 3-4 players.
I think I think we need a minimum, even a minimum of 2 players, because I just think it's unrealistic. I think we'll probably lose. I think we're gonna lose 2 by 2. That's what that's what I predict. I think we're gonna realistically.
If Ollie gives a damn about his future, he needs to go to Woodward and say, "I need this now." 3-4 players.
Sanchez coming back with that number 25 shirt.
Surely not.
He's coming. He's not.
Surely not.
Come on, 5 assists in the break. The most expensive,
gosh.
the most expensive player. Come on, eating bench. But you heard what? But you heard what Ole said. He said that he must know that it's not gonna start, but it's gonna work his way into the team.
Can you imagine Sanchez coming back?
That's the
Oh my
worst.
gosh.
He must play Chong ahead of him.
No, I don't. Come on.
No. That boy's now got the hair like Van Dijk. He's got a mentality change. Give the boy a chance, man. I'm telling you. Just give the boy one chance. Put him on the bench, dog.
I'm not saying they don't give the kid a chance, but I won't lie, man. These kids irritate me.
It's a tough balancing act to play kids when you're not at the top.
Yeah. But Liverpool don't play that many kids either. Always, they haven't. I don't see. I mean, that's like the FA Cup and stuff. They will, but like you don't really see who's really broken through in the team from the Liverpool academy.
I mean, look, they'll still claim Trent because he just came through.
Oh yeah, just Trent. Yeah.
Oh, and there is a right winger, that right winger kid. That they have a right winger kid that's playing now.
No, but I mean like breaking into the first team, not training. Because we also have Chong.
No. He was playing.
You're talking about that mixed race kid, isn't?
Yeah, he looks
What is
Asian
name?
sometimes, or he looks a lot of things. Yeah.
Does he play for Bournemouth now?
No. He plays for Liverpool.
Oh, never mind.
What
My bad.
position?
It's a winger. I don't know if it's left or right, but he comes on as a winger.
Have you guys seen what's happening at Barcelona with all the aging players they have there?
Nah, those guys are finished.
The old boys.
It's going to be so painful. It's going to be
4-1.
so painful.
Ah, yes.
So what does this mean for us now? It's 2 spots are up for grabs.
No, we're third on goal difference. That's what it means.
No, I'm saying come Sunday, all games are at the same time. What does this mean? That It's two spots that are up for grabs now.
You
Yeah.
have to either win.
Yeah, we still need to win. I think even if we had won today, we'd still probably need a result on
No,
Sunday.
we could have lost if we won today.
Basically, we'd be in the Champions League.
Yeah,
Sure.
if we won today, we could afford a loss.
Wait, if you won today, Sancho is coming. Pogba cost me Sancho. That's why I'm saying he can leave.
Look, to be honest, I don't think we're gonna lose on Sunday because I think what will happen.
Oh,
I think what will happen is if we're not playing well, Solskjaer might just get desperate and say, "Fuck this shit, bye. Come on, Fred. Come on, defend. Fuck the bus." I would lie to you if the team is looking whack and you're now looking to get a point. Yeah,
It's going to be a stressful game
yeah,
because it's balls to the wall.
yeah.
no change.
Everything or nothing. Everything or nothing.
He's gonna tell those boys. He's gonna tell them that, guys, this is your last chance to make Champions League, and you need to get a result. And he's gonna play the same team, no changes, and he's gonna say, guys, just give me this a bit of energy. Just give it your all, and then after that you can have a break. That's probably what he's gonna tell them.
Can I tell you something?
It's going to be stressful.
If he starts Eric Bailly, we're winning the game. And let me tell you why. I feel so unsettled. And it's not because he's the pride of Africa. Hey, but I'm kidding. But I just feel like Vardy. If you're going to leave, because Maguire is going to either lose concentration, go up, or whatever. If you leave Vardy with Lindelof to mark him, he's
Finished.
fucked. He's fucked.
Well, either of them. Vardy's quicker than both of
yeah,
them.
yeah, either. But at least Maguire, I bet on him to make the foul. Probably a late tackle. Lindelof, they're going.
What if we play three at the back? No.
No. We have to have cover, dog. We need.
It's very possible that we could play three at the back.
And you know, he tends to play three at the back in like games he deems to be important.
Oh wow!
I think-
Sunday's gonna be
I
stressful.
think Luke Shaw will be back. I don't think
I
he's.
hope so.
I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he's gonna change his way back there. I think Shaw is back that game. Then they're gonna take the injection, put it on that swollen ankle. Say, here's some advanced medicine. Shaw's gonna come through, and is going to mark because hey, we're gonna have issues, especially that left side. The left side should be fine, but the left side. Sorry, the left side should be fine. I'm just worried about Vardy, man. I can see him scoring against De Gea. I see it.
Shaw's fit. If Luke Shaw's fit against, if Luke Shaw's fit next week, then yeah, I think that would be what we need.
Wait. Sorry, let me check one thing before we wrap up. Leicester have a red card for
Suyanki.
the centre back dude.
Yeah.
He got a red card when? Was it against Tottenham or Sheffield?
Sheffield.
Then he's not playing, huh?
It shouldn't be
No, it wasn't
because
Sheffield.
it was a straight red as well.
Yeah, it was a straight red. It was Bournemouth. So 1, 2, so they don't have. Come on, Rashford gets the ball, passes to Martial. Martial, Greenwood.
If Ole wants to display some real character, it shows that he's got cojones. He would put in Gallo ahead of Rashford.
No, you
Then
can't
you
do
put-
that.
Yeah,
No,
he won't do that.
No, but you can't. You know why? It's because as much as Rashford can be cuck sometimes going forward, like Martial isn't that great at covering the wing, like going back, tracking back to defend the wing. I prefer him right there in the like number 9. Like he's looking good. I don't want to see Homie on the left unless you pay a 4-4-2. But hey, you need someone to track back, bruh. We're gonna see flames.
Look, those guys, all they need to do is just give us the game's on Sunday, right? They honestly
Yep.
need to, because it's Wednesday now. I hope they don't train them asleep. I just really hope that they go for massages. They do whatever they need. Happy endings. I don't care. As long as these guys, with just nothing but energy and sauce on Sunday. Get the results, whether it's a draw or an outright win. An outright win will be better, so that we won't have to play those little round robin things to make Champions League, and we will be good.
Maxi, wanna maybe give us the rant for the day, for the week?
Yeah, man. My rant this week, very simple as always. Manchester United needs a director for football. There is no, and I say that more so than ever now with the transfer season coming up. We need to get our shit together, because for far too long we've been taken for a ride during our transfer proceedings. None more so than Alexis Sanchez. How he got his contract when he came into the club, Lord knows. Then you're looking at guys like Bruno Fernandes. Good deal on the surface, but we're still paying quite a bit for him on the back end. And it would be nice for United to be the squad that actually makes those awesome transfer deals for a change, instead of always paying a premium.
This is true.
100%.
Gentlemen, one game, one answer. That's all it's going to take. Next week, this time,
Stressful.
we're either going to be screaming or we're going to be having tears of joy. Until then, we lay with anticipation. Thanks again for joining
man.
in. I'll take
Peace. Wakanda forever.
You know what it is.